Boys Sports Talk, April 22nd, 2021. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels: YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Twitch. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave a rating and review. It will help us out tremendously. And visit us on thesportscast.net, thesportscast.net for the latest, greatest in sports news. Also, download our iOS app, Sportscast for iPhone. If you have an iPhone, go to the iOS App Store and download the Sportscast. You'll get notifications of the shows and also the latest news, the latest and greatest in news. Anyways, I am kind of filling in tonight for the Jersey Sports Talk, but both our regular hosts are here. So Victor Rocho is on the road heading towards Orlando, Disney World. And Mr. Byron Jones is with us all the way from Philadelphia. How you doing, guys?
Great. How are you?
Pretty good. Victor, what's going on? How's the roads? How's the night sky?
I'm trying to take myself off mute. Can you hear me okay or no?
I can hear you fine right now. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. How you been? Ooh. Ooh.
Can you hear me or no?
Yes. Well,
Don't worry.
you spoke about a few seconds and then it just didn't come through. Right, Byron?
Yep.
Just keep going. I'm going to try to change it up.
All right. Well, anyways, this week we have one more week to the NFL draft. And Byron's been going 8 weeks in a row putting these drafts together. And I want to ask Byron, how do you put these drafts together? Do you put it all? I mean, you write them down all at once, or you kind of take 5 minutes at a time to get these mock-ups together?
I look at a lot of stuff on ESPN, watch them, stuff that I read online. You figure like the top 10 is kind of easy, as far as pretty much these guys are going to end up these places, kind of, sort of. You hope, unless somebody moves up in the draft. But that's really the only problem, is that when you trying to predict a trade, you can't predict what somebody is going to do in the future. If they did, then I'd go ahead and get me some lottery tickets, and I'd be a millionaire. If I could predict stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, like from number 14 down, I really think about it. Well, this team needs offensive tackle probably. This team needs an edge rusher. This team might need a receiver. And pretty much, I really put a lot of thought into it.
Yes, and next week we're having.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? The technical difficulty.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, the audio is way better. Victor, what'd you do? I mean, did you bring your snowball mic with you?
No, I connected to my Wi-Fi instead of the cell phone network. Byron, do you really do that much work? That's impossible.
Yes, I do. I work on this from like tonight. Like from tonight, when we get off tonight, I'll start working on for next week. Trust me, I do. I'm retired. I have nothing else better to do.
I'm telling you, it's got to be because Santiago's hosted it, man. The producer's hosted it. Because if I was on the phone with you, I'd be like, man, you kidding me? I'm retired. I just put that together in a heartbeat.
I have nothing else better to do, man. Nothing. I'm tired. That's what retired people do. You do silly things.
Sorry, Santiago. I had to bust his chops because I'm telling you, man, that's the most in-depth analysis I've heard of in all the draft picks he's given me. Just so you know.
Hey, I mean, I asked some serious questions. I wonder about these.
With that said, he's done a great job. So
he's done fantastic.
Regardless of how much time I thought whether he put it or not, it's 7 because I thought it was 8. Yeah, I made a mistake, but the deal is he's done a great job. So I'm not questioning the output. I'm just questioning the input.
Stop being a hater.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Give me some love. I'm telling you the truth. That's why we're Jersey boys. We're gonna hit each other hard. But hold on a second before you go into this mock draft that we're gonna do. Where's my giant piece? We got to start off with a giant piece first. I put something in there.
Yes, Giants. Okay, so what I see from your notes, it says the Giants could pick Jalen Waddle. Is that?
Nah, man, I missed it. It didn't cover. It was about. Okay, I'll tell you what it was because it didn't come in my outline. Byron, it was talking about, is it Gettleman, that he was saying that they're putting a lot of importance on this 11th pick. And I've been going crazy about the 11th pick, right? So what they're saying is they want to make sure that they pick somebody that is going to make a long-term immediate impact, right? So what have you been hearing? That's what I've read today in the news for the Giants.
Well, pretty much same thing around here. They're also talking about maybe them trading down, which Gettleman has never done. As being a GM for with the Giants or the Panthers, he's never done it. So they're also talking about that. They brought in one of the twins, McCourty twins. For a little look-see, another corner. They're gonna have more cornerbacks than anything else on the team. They got a lot of corners they've signed. But for the most part, they're just throwing up the smoke screens. Well, we like this guy, we like this guy, we don't like this guy. That's pretty much what they're doing right now.
Santiago, I don't know what your thoughts are, but this is why Byron laughs, because the country only talks about the top 10, which makes sense. But the fact that we're sitting 11 is like it's like a very sweet spot right now because of the needs of the other teams. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's something that I've been seeing some mock drafts, listening to other pundits. It's going to be a defensive guy, is what I gather. You guys are set with quarterback. You guys got a receiver in the offseason, Galladay, which might not be saying much. It depends who you ask. And you guys signed running back Wayne Gallman this week. So
Gallman went to the 49ers.
Oh, my bad. The 49ers. I read that wrong. No, you guys signed running back Austrian Sandro Platzgummer.
Yeah, the guy from overseas, the International League. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be defense, right, Byron? Probably.
I'm going to throw this one out there.
He's got an OT. It's not that he's got an OT. He already picked OT. Yeah, he's already got. I was just asking about the. I wasn't asking about the pick. I was more making the statement of how the importance of, it goes like what Byron said. If you knew exactly how big this 11th pick was going to work out, we'd all pick the lottery, right?
I mean, how pivotal is it? They're
putting a lot of importance on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be much quarterbacks left at that time. I mean, you could see a Mac Jones, dropping that low, but
they're not gonna. They're gonna take no. Anyhow, I just wanted to.
Very important. It's a good pick. I'd rather be there than the 25th.
No doubt, but I'm just saying it's also a good pick because you're right. Like we're invested in the quarterback, right? We like it or not. So like everybody else is trying. Everybody's trying. It doesn't matter, but everybody's trying to get them. The team is focused on that, right? They don't have to worry. They're not worried about that, right? They're giving the kid the stuff around them. So let's see he does well. So that gives us a little bit of advantage. Because there's 4 quarterbacks getting picked, Byron?
Well, maybe 5.
Maybe 5, yeah.
Okay, 5. So that means out of 5, that means there's 6 more. There's 5 picks before us that are not quarterbacks. So we don't care about those first 5. So really, we're in the top 6, the way I look at it, right?
And there's one player that I see a lot, Byron and Victor, is Micah Parsons. I see him a lot with floating with the Giants. He's a linebacker.
Just his background. Everybody's talking about some of the things. They're trying to sit there and say that the kid is a diva and like a OBJ kind of thing. I don't believe that. The stuff that he did was in high school. They said he yelled gun or something in the cafeteria or whatever when he was 17 years old. And then when he went when he was being recruited by Penn State, he decided to open up the door again because he didn't feel that he was getting the love that he should have gotten from the coach at the time. So he opened up his recruitment and went and visited other schools. He always wanted to go to Penn State from the beginning, but he opened it up. But then he didn't like some of the things that happened at the other schools, so he ended up back at Penn State. But the other key thing is that one of the coaches, Sean Spencer, he's the defensive line coach, I think, for the Giants. He was also at Penn State. He was the associate head coach. So he knows this kid. So if anybody knows the real deal with him, he'll know. If the Giants don't take him, then it might be, something to the truth as far as, his past behavior. I don't think he would be a problem child, personally.
Yeah. And Penn State picks quality athletes. I mean, it's a good school. So they got talent. You don't really hear a lot of problems coming out of the Penn State players, other than outside of that, though, but the characters of the guys that have come out of there,
Coaches are bad, not the players.
Yeah, the coaches. Yeah, that was bad.
All right, so since we're going there, we might as well get to anything else about there, and then Santiago.
Yeah, Sean Spencer, he is nicknamed Coach Chaos at the Giants. So, anyways, we got a caller, 503. There's a caller coming in.
Yeah, it's me, Bruce Lee.
Okay, Tony Cash.
Yes, sir. What's up there, brother?
Hey, how
Welcome
you doing?
to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, my man.
Man, thanks, man. Love you guys.
Thank you for calling in. We got our producer, Santiago Leon. He is hosting and moderating our show today. So I'm on the road and Byron's chilling.
Like always, freezing in Philadelphia.
Oh, it's freezing now?
Yeah, man, it's cold here, man.
You got that. It's funny. All right, so where we want to go? What do you got?
So let's go with the caller. What is your thoughts over the Giants and their 11th pick?
Well, let's go through the draft. Anything changed in the beginning, Byron, from 1 to what's changed? Because 1 is the same, 2 is the same, 3 is the same.
Well, no, number 3 is different.
It's moving.
Number 3 is different. Number 4 is different. 3 is different.
All right, so tell me why. Go.
Ooh, I like number 6.
Go number 3. They traded. They're going to get Justin. You think? Oh, the 49ers are going after Justin Fields, right?
Yes.
Why do you say that, Byron?
Why? Because athletically, he's more athletic than Mac Jones. That's the only thing, that he has over this guy. Mac Jones, very intelligent quarterback. It's just that, Justin Fields is just a better athlete than them. And maybe, with Kyle Shanahan, maybe he wants to run, he's going to run his offense. But maybe it'll be a little more juice to it because now you have a quarterback that you're going to have to worry about that can take off and run. He can throw it deep, but he can also take off and run as well. Mac Jones is not going to do that. He's going to do his thing, from the pocket. You need to protect him, but he's going to do his thing back there. And I don't see, them moving up, way up there to take. And I don't want Justin to get mad at me, but take basically a guy that he's going to get management. He's a game manager, but he's a great game manager.
And he had also another pro day. He had 2 pro days. So I think his stock went up, Byron and Victor.
Yeah, man, I didn't even recognize him when it ran that 40. That was a big guy running that 40. I didn't think it was a quarterback. My only thing, Byron, I'm telling you, I don't know how you feel, or hopefully our listeners, or Tony, how you feel. But so far, the athletic quarterbacks that are playing, now they're all young. So the only one who I see, and he won't even be in front of them as a running quarterback, is Patrick Mahomes. But, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, who else are the runners that are actually taking their teams further?
Yeah, but these guys can. Yeah, but look at Patrick Mahomes. When he takes off, he takes off.
Yeah, but like I said, other than Patrick Mahomes, if you had to say of the running quarterbacks, how would you rank them? You're going to go Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and then Patrick Mahomes.
Where's Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson would be after Mahomes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Yeah. Santiago, what do you think about that one?
Russell Wilson over Patrick Mahomes. I don't agree with that.
As a running quarterback.
As a running quarterback.
I can see that because I know that Russell Wilson runs more than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick does run. But I will have to agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Why not, Tony?
Tell me why.
And I don't know jack about football, but I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan. Russell Wilson will crush Patrick Mahomes, running back.
As a run, okay. And I appreciate you premising your statement.
Ryan McPherson.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
on
I
the
don't know
line.
what the hell I'm talking about, guys. I'm just trying to throw something
No.
in there, man.
No, that's not true. But what you throw out, they're close enough to have an argument about it, regardless.
I'm trying to get them going, man. I'm trying to get them going.
You got me going. I'm gonna respond. Let me respond. Here's the deal, right? Well, how I see the difference is that Patrick Mahomes it will run. He's run great runs. Russell Wilson has ran, but he's ran to for his life. Like that wasn't his. If I had to put him up there, who's going to run more first or is more effective is going to be a Mahomes first. But then, Lamar Jackson can outrun all of them. Okay. And then you got Deshaun Watson, which is incredible. And then I'd say Patrick Mahomes, because to me, he's the only effective one, even though Russell Wilson has won one Super Bowl, should have won a second one. Right. But at this part, the way they're playing today, right, Patrick Mahomes scares me more at running than than Patrick Mahomes. It's almost like Kansas City's offense is built around hoping he's running because they do way more things. He's the most effective quarterback running to the line of scrimmage than anybody. He just can't outrun those other two guys. Yes, he is. Statistically, he outruns everybody. When he's running towards the line of scrimmage, his passing yardage, his percentage, his completion, his quarterback rating is higher than all of them. Anybody in the league, forget about all of them.
I'm going to throw somebody else out there. You're going to
go ahead. Bring it.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, stop. You're not even. That's like thinking Danny Jones in front.
No. Look,
Aaron Rodgers ain't a running quarterback.
Look at the things that Aaron Rodgers does when he ad libs. Look what he does. He runs when he has to run, but he doesn't get like lit up like some of the quarterbacks does because he knows how to get down, but he also knows when he has to take off too. He is very effective running. I'm
not talking about mobility now, right? I understand that. But I'm talking about like we was talking about. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because Justin Fields, and you're saying about his running, right? And I understand that, right? So I was only bringing the comparison up that these young, athletic, running quarterbacks, I don't see any of them have being as effective continuing further, right? Even some of the Baltimore fans don't think Lamar Jackson could take it to a Super Bowl. I love Deshaun Watson. I mean, that is one of my favorite players. There's no confusion, and I like the other quarterbacks too. I'm just saying to you that when we're talking about taking a Justin Fields over a Mac Jones, right? That quarterback, I still haven't seen it more effective than a guy who can play like Mac Jones can play, and he's super brilliant, right? That's just my opinion. So if you throw running in there, that's where I'm going to debate it.
Yeah, but then you have Mac Jones. How many games did he start total at Alabama?
All last season, and then the year prior,
1 game.
I believe half a season, or was it 1 game or half a season?
I think it was 1 game in a full season.
19 games, right? Then you have Justin Fields. What, 34, 35 games? That means a lot. That means a lot when you play that much football. That has a lot to do with it.
Played in Georgia and Ohio State.
You ain't playing against the SEC though. Like each game in the SEC is like 2 games in the Big Ten. I'm just saying. All right, so we can move on. Well, Tony, that was good. It was good. It was a good one to throw out there, though.
Hey, Victor, we do have Shane McPherson on the line.
Who do we have? Shane
McPherson.
Magnum PI, what's going on? I'm happy you were joining our show today.
What's going on? They give you sick days over there?
Exactly. No, Byron doesn't. Oh man. So we're going through the picks, and we were just talking about different running quarterbacks though, and we're gonna get to the Giants. But it seems like I was reading in New York that they're making a lot of they feel that they got to get this pick right. They want someone that's going to be a long-term player. Based on who Byron's picking, I can see it. But what are your thoughts on?
That's Gettleman for you. Remember when he picked Saquon? He's like, I got to get me a gold jacket. He top 11. You got to get a starter. We got to get a starter. So it's like I bring it down to want, wish, and need. It's what I want. I want Micah Parsons. I think he'll help, and I think he'll be a day one starter. You know, wish everybody, you wish those flashy wide receivers, will they make your offense nice? Absolutely. Everybody's wishing for a Kyle Pitts. He ain't lasting to 11. I mean, the kid's a stud. But you got a lot of wide receivers there with Jamar Chase, Waddle, Devontae Smith. Would they look good in Giant Blue? Absolutely. But then it comes down to what you need. And I'd like to get Byron's thought on this. What does he think about our offensive line? I mean, a Slater, he jumps in there day one.
That was my pick.
He jumps in there day one as a starter, and he's there for 10 years.
Yep. But where are you going to play? The problem with that, as far as like picking Slater, where are you going to play? Are you going to play him at a guard spot, or are you going to play him at right tackle? Where are you going to put him?
I think they're comparing him. I saw an article today. They compare, how they compare it to like NFL players? They're comparing him to Zach Martin of the Dallas Cowboys. Same size, arm length, stuff like that. If we can get a Zach Martin to play guard for us, I like the pick. It's not a flashy pick. Everyone's gonna moan, oh, they didn't take Devonta Smith, because but and I know Slater, you put him in there for 10 years, he's gonna help the team the most.
Yeah, that was my pick, Slater.
Now I see a lot, just a couple mock drafts where he's going early. I mean,
can you hear me okay now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. Go ahead.
Okay. So let's get to his pick. One, I know we got to go up and down, but this is pretty good. One, I got two pieces. One, Kyle Pitts. If he's that close to the Giants, I'll take him over any offensive guard. I don't care. I think he's probably the best pick in the first 10. I think by far, you see what the tight ends are doing to this league. Every great team has a great tight end. Okay, so if Pitts is even close, I don't care what we want, need, whatever, that guy's a yellow jacket player, number one. Number two, I like Byron's pick because I was reading, there was this good statistic that came on that most NFL, most first-round offensive linemen that are picked, usually like 60 or something percent re-sign with the team compared to first-round picks that were not offensive line. And to me, that's an impact player. They're looking for a long-term player. It's an offensive line. We need the help, right? So I'm just saying, and if Shane, you brought up a good point that he with Saquon Barkley, I mean, that was a pretty good pick. So if his focus is that, and I think being able to get a lineman and the statistics that they re-sign, man, that takes a lot of pressure off a team.
Here, let's throw this one out here, Mr. Shane. Listen to this. Do you think we'd have made out better if we'd have took Quentin Nelson instead of Saquon Barkley?
Quentin Nelson played at my son's high school. I was rooting for Quentin Nelson.
There you go.
And you put him in there, and he was all pro from day one. I mean, and he's going to be he's 12, 15-year lineman in there, and that's and you don't even have to look. And like Victor said, they re-sign a second contract. They re-sign a third contract. Wide receiver, you get a great wide receiver, you're probably not going to afford him the second contract. That's the problem. And as far as Kyle Pitts, I don't see him making it to 11. Vic, I mean, I love the guy, but here's the thing too. We're focusing on pick 11. I focus on the package. What about 11 and our second round pick? If you can get a lineman, and what about get Pat, the tight end from Penn State in the second round? I think you got to like team it up. It's like the sum of those two better than just Kyle Pitts.
Well, you figure we're loading up with tight ends now. You got Rudolph we have now. We got Ingram we got now. We got that big Tuolo, the big giant tight end that never played. So they got 3 right there. So what are we going to do with Evan Ingram? As far as if we draft another tight end.
I hear with that. I'm curious. I never
get rid of him. We'll get rid of him. He can't catch the ball. Get rid of him. Number one. Number two, Shane. I what you said makes a lot of sense. The package. That's a great point. There's no doubt. I didn't think it from that perspective because I'm just looking. For me, my teeth are salivating at the 11. All I'm saying is Byron got him down to 10, right? I don't think he's going to go that low, personally.
No, he can't.
Okay, so but you're saying that you doubt he's going to be at 11. I'm okay with that. But if Byron's got him at 10, and this is nothing against Byron, I'm just saying, hey, that's a wishful thinking. That's one pick away from me getting a chance. That's all I'm saying. If I got one pick chance to get him, and I get that chance, dude, I'm getting that guy, getting rid of 3 of my tight ends.
But you're not gonna get Dallas to trade with you.
That's true, but I guess I'm not looking at it from the trade. I'm just saying that they're a pick away, and from us getting that guy. I'm impressed that because Byram, you had a 4 at one time, right? 4, and you like Kyle Pitts. It's not you don't like him.
But I did that mainly because I wanted to see the Dallas Cowboy fans' head explode. With Jerry Jones loses his mind and tries to either trade up to pick this guy. Or picks it when they really don't need him. They're loaded the receiver, but he'll do it anyway because it's a splash pick.
I can see Jerry Jones making a splash pick and trading up. If he's there at 6 or 7, somebody's going to trade up for him.
I don't want the Dallas Cowboys to Pitts.
They're loaded. They would be loaded at receiver if they pick this kid up too.
All right, sorry, Santiago.
No problem. So let's go to 4. Atlanta picks Patrick Surtain, cornerback. This is the highest I've seen Surtain going up to number 4. Of course, Falcons are not planning to get a quarterback, but Byron, tell us why Surtain at 4.
Did you see their defense? Their defense is awful. They're loaded. They got Calvin Ridley, receiver. They got Julio Jones. Still, he's on his last, 2 or 3 years. He's still, all-pro level player. They still have him. And, Ryan, the quarterback, is still playing at a high level. He's 36, 37 years old. And, Brady has proved, even though it's Brady, that you can play, almost, your 40s or mid 40s. But I see this kid, lining up from day one, Surtain, and being a great cornerback for a long time because he's got the pedigree. His dad was, great player, and the son, you figure he'd listen to his father, watch his father play, and I think he's going to, he'd be a great pick for the Falcons.
Jane, thoughts on that?
I brought it up a couple of weeks ago. Surtain, I think, is going to be a stud in this league. There was articles this week about if he lasted to the Giants, even though they're loading that cornerback, they would take him. Because even Gettleman said, he goes, you can never have enough great athletes, and he's going to be a great athlete.
That's another one. That's an exact, everything we were talking about with the lineman and this pick I'm good with. But if I got a chance to get a Surtain or a Pitts, right, I don't care what. At that point, it don't matter. I'm taking one of those 2. If they go, I can't imagine they get down there. But the beauty about it being 11, anything could happen, right? By the way, nice shirt.
Yeah.
Byron, you got to show him the mugs. You got to show him the mugs when you're showing. You don't have that picture. You got no. You got to see our mugs. We got some mugs coming out.
I saw it last week.
You did the Jersey Boy Sports.
I got to get me one.
Hey, listen. Do you got that picture? That picture that your younger picture. Can you bring that up a little bit? I want everybody. I want them to see what we did in the '80s, man. Magnum PI in the house.
I love to see it, Shane.
Byron, I showed them love though, didn't I? That was funny, but nice shirt. Sorry, man. I just figured bust it out. So, all right. I love it. We got all our Giants stuff on.
All right. So number 5, Cincinnati Bengals. Byron goes with Penei Sewell from Oregon, offensive tackle. This guy is definitely going to be somewhere in the top 10. Byron, why did the Bengals get this guy?
You got to keep Joe Burrow healthy. You got to keep him upright. If you can't keep your quarterback, your franchise guy upright, it does you no bit of good, hurt every year. So this guy, line him up, put him on the left side, and he'll be there, for the next 10, 15 years.
Tony,
can't go wrong with Oregon. Just can't go wrong with Oregon. You guys, you know me, man. You guys are way above my league. I don't even know where you guys are getting all these numbers. You guys are freaking football freaks. Good God, man. You guys know so much knowledge. I can't even compete. So I'll just throw my little bit in there every now and then. Oh, and by the way, while you guys were talking about all these different teams and what these guys are doing and who's what and blah, 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 I did my little research real quick on 2020 as far as running yards with Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes. Russell Wilson is 513 running yards, and Patrick Mahomes is 308. And that's all I got to say. Goodbye.
No. And thank you. Those are great stats. And I would not deny that he had more running yards. But the statistic that I was talking about, and those, you're right, he outran him. The statistics was that he has the highest passing yardage when running towards the line of scrimmage. So it's not how many yards he's gotten past the line of scrimmage, is that he's run to the line of scrimmage so many times and he picks up yards that way. But his effectiveness at running to the line, he throws the longest yards. His percentage of someone catching the ball is high. Like that whole team gets
that guy is
like
freaking
on the
awesome.
same page when he runs.
He's awesome.
Yeah, when he's running, they know that he can get them the ball deep, like Tyreek Hill. He doesn't care at all if Patrick Mahomes is scrambling.
That's true.
He just runs deep.
That is absolutely
right?
true.
And Mahomes knows
That is absolutely true.
Then you got Kelsey. Now, is it Kelsey? No. Who's the? Is it Kelsey? Who's his tight end? Not, is it Kelsey or is it Kittle? No, it's Kelsey.
Which
Kelsey.
team?
Right. Kick for Patrick Mahomes, and then you got Kelsey that is middle ground, and he runs parallel. It's Kelsey, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, best
I don't
tight end.
know. I don't know.
So Tony, what I'm saying to you is that Patrick Mahomes running towards the line, as Tyreek Hill, the fastest guy in the league, he doesn't care. He's going to run downhill. Why? Because Patrick Mahomes on the run can throw that ball really deep. Then he's got Kelsey that's running middle yardage, and he's running parallel to wherever direction Patrick Mahomes is running, and then he's loaded with the other receivers that are just trying to find the spot.
You're right, man.
Like,
hey, I watched it.
That's really.
I was glued to the television on every game, whether it was the Giants, the 49ers, the Cowboys. I just love the thrill of the game, man. I just love the hell of it. I couldn't name, five. I don't think I can name 5 players, but nonetheless, man, I just love the game, man. It's just awesome. But I tell you what. Just to throw you guys off a little bit. Why the hell? I mean, I wanted him to win. I didn't want what's his name, Tom Brady or whatever the hell. I didn't want him to win. I wanted Patrick Mahomes, and that fucker. Oops, excuse me. That guy choked, man. I'm sorry.
Cut that out.
He choked, man. They freaking choked, man. That game, man.
Nah, he didn't choke, man. He didn't have
the team did.
I wanted Brady to win. But
Home
the thing
advantage.
is, Byron had it. Byron said it right? Remember what I just told you? I was saying about like Tyreek Hill going deep and so forth. They packaged their defense to, we're not going to let you beat us deep, right, Byron? They kept everything, and they were out to linemen.
Those two safeties were so far back you didn't even see them on the screen the whole game. They were way back there.
We were playing 9. They were playing 9. They were playing 9 against 11, right? And 2 were worried about one guy, Tyreek Hill. So they were going to make sure that they couldn't throw anything deep. And then they were down 2 offensive linemen. And our line was coming off. Our defensive backs, our linebackers, our linemen were doing really good. Shane, what are your thoughts? I know you don't like. I don't know you don't like the Brady, but I'm just saying to you, they did a good job.
Hey Shane, I got them going, didn't I? Hey guys, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to stir you guys up on this Thursday evening.
Keep at it, Tony. We love
Victor
it.
Byron.
I'm a stats guy.
Are you?
Right?
Shane, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I'm not a Brady hater like some.
Well, I'm a Brady hater. I can do it every week.
Which he was complaining
the guy,
today about the numbers.
Tom Brady is absolutely incredible, man. He's just the greatest, man. But I just stopped liking him. I with that controversy about the deflatable football thing. So that's when I was like, oh man, you can't do that. So that's when I just kind of. But other than that, the guy is just incredible, man. He's got more rings. And the guy is just on point when he's throwing the ball. He's just absolutely incredible. So, but nonetheless, that's just my
Tony,
opinion.
you know why he throws so good and he's relaxed? Ask Byron.
Here, I'm going
Why,
to tell you
Byron?
why he's relaxed. He goes home
Tell
to
him, Byron.
Giselle every
I know.
night. He lives in Derek Jeter's house, not
Thank
his
you.
own house. Yeah, I finally
But
fixed
it's a big one.
Derek Jeter's house with Antonio Brown living in a 10,000 square foot
Pool house.
pool house behind him. Yes.
And how much does his wife make?
His wife $400 million.
So Tony, that is the reason why, according to Byron's laws, is why Tom Brady is just like he doesn't care about anything because he doesn't have to.
Okay.
Santiago. Right now,
All
Santiago's going. How did I ever agree to put two guys from Bethlehem on this?
Hey, I always had a feeling these guys were going to be a hit.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, let's go to my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins. I love this pick, Byron. Thank you so much. They select Jamar Chase from LSU, maybe the best wide receiver in this draft. Byron, why did you do that to me?
Well, don't say that too loud, just in case Justin, hears this. Last year, before this kid opted out, for COVID or whatever he opted out for, he was the best receiver in all of college football by far. So yes, he's bigger, this guy, because they brought up that Smith weighs 166 pounds. Devontae Smith, that's kind of light. That's
high school weight.
Ooh, that's a little light. That's he probably had a couple gallons of water before he got on the scale, because 166 pounds playing wide receiver in the NFL.
You can break easy.
That's a recipe for disaster.
So Victor, is that the winning recipe? Adding Chase to the Dolphins? Would this be it for the Dolphins?
Well, I'm not a Dolphin fan, but I like Flores. I like what they're doing now. Yeah, I didn't know he sat out this whole season.
Yeah.
Byron.
Yes.
But let me tell you something. I think in the past, how I would have felt about that, I would have had a different opinion than I have now. But I think these kids are they're athletic enough. They also see the money, and they stay in shape because my man Bosa. Nick Bosa sat out a year without COVID because of his shoulder. Right, a lot of these guys are thinking of doing that. And as long as they're staying in shape, it gives them less beat up time. And when they get to an NFL, they're able to produce. So, if this guy was that good and sat out a year, he's probably coming in in top shape.
Shane,
he's got a year of not getting beat up on. So,
Shane, thoughts on Lamar Chase going to Miami?
Dynamic playmaker, gonna make their passing game so much better. I mean, he's I think he's the best receiver in the draft. And he can do everything. He's got the size, speed, hands. I think it's just going to make our offense so much better. That's a no-brainer.
That's an easy pick.
Easy pick. Okay, Devontae Smith, as we were speaking, goes to Detroit Lions, where dreams go to die, or not.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say on that one.
Well, they have a quarterback.
It's Detroit. It's Detroit.
Oh, I got a lot of family up in Detroit, man. Detroit's not that bad.
You got an ex-Giant coaching him.
Oh, Campbell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play tight end for the Giants.
Yeah. Well, he's going to go up there, and hopefully Goff can get him the ball. Hopefully give him, the weapons, that Goff can do his thing, hopefully, or they'll be looking for a quarterback next year, Detroit Lions. But, he's going to go up there and, hopefully, he does his thing. But, he's the second best receiver, and that's what they need.
Next, Carolina Panthers. They have Sam Darnold, but Byron says they'll have another quarterback named Trey Lance going to Charlotte. Why is that, Byron?
Well, you figure if this kid keeps falling, grab him, because you don't know with Sam Darnold. You don't know, with the Jets. Was it the coaching, Adam Gase, who's probably the world's greatest salesman because he kept getting jobs, or was the team really that bad, or maybe Sam Darnold maybe is really that bad. You don't know. But if this kid, falls down, because he could sit and wait, 2 years, let him sit 2 years and then, see what you got. But yeah, if he falls down there, I could see, Matt Rule, my other favorite coach that should have been the head coach of the Giants. I'll bring that up again. My feelings are still hurt about him not taking that job. But if this kid falls that far, somebody's going to snatch him up, or you might have somebody jump up to try to get him. So it's going to play out a couple ways with him sitting there still.
Shane and Victor, do you think Sam Darnold is not the guy, and maybe pick up a quarterback like Trey Lance? Start with Shane.
Sam Darnold has all the tools. I mean, I agree. The Jets didn't put much around him, so I mean, now's his second chance. He's got a great running back there and a great coach, and play. We'll see. I guess we'll take it and see. But the Trey Lance pick there is actually a good pick. My question is, I actually wanted to ask Victor this because I know he's a big Eli fan. I never really got his thoughts. What do you think of Daniel Jones? Do you think he's the right quarterback for the Giants?
Ooh. Jury's out for me. I mean, not really. He knows. Byron knows how I feel about that. I don't really.
Well, the reason why I ask is because I don't know if you guys saw on ESPN this week, there was a whole argument with Max Kellerman saying that the Giants are going to trade up to get Trey Lance.
Wow. I would take Trey Lance if I had a shot to take Trey Lance, but they're spending so much stuff on everything around. The Giants aren't like that, right? They don't like quarterback controversies.
I like Daniel Jones. I think he fits. I think he fits what the Giants need over there. It's the ball security. He's got to work on that. I mean,
I like Judge. They haven't played a full season as a unit right now, right? A full season, right? With their running back, with their, the quarterback, with the
training camp.
That first year coach, just they haven't, and then they've gotten better every game. Got to give Judge credit for some of the stuff he's done, and so time will tell. The Giants, we've never won with like superstar quarterbacks, anyways. I mean, they were great quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong, but and I love Eli. I love Phil Simms too. I mean, and Hostetler, I was happy he did what he did, but I'm just saying, I can't say like I don't really have a lot to say. He's got improvement. Now we got Saquon back. They did pretty good. Our defense has gotten better. Hopefully our line continues to get better. If we get these picks that we get right, I think we'll make a run. I mean,
but you figure, okay, you got year one with him and then year two. When has he had
Saquon?
No, I'm saying when has he had a full complement of what he needs to succeed? He hasn't had yet.
But that's my point. That's all I'm saying to you. You asked me about him. I said, I can't, the jury's out on me with him, right? Only because they haven't had a full season, right? But you can't say that to the Justin Herbert. You can't say that about Joe Burrows at Cincinnati. I mean, you can't put him in. He's not in their league. It's not even,
but when you talk about like Herbert is loaded at receiver. They have two good receivers out there.
But he wasn't even the starter, dude. He was like, he came in. The guy got hurt. That guy didn't get hurt. He
came in. Yeah, he came in. But they were loaded at receiver. And who was it? Joe Burrow. They had 3 good receivers over there with and a good running back. And but Danny Dimes just hasn't had the whole complement of what he needs from the offensive line, the running back always not available. To the receiver. He just
time will tell, right? That's all I got to say. Time will tell, and I'd like to see him. Look, I want him to do well. I just want him to game manage, Shane. Like you said, I don't need him to be Burrows and the other guys. I'm not saying that, right? But when you're asking me, like, what do I think? It's kind of hard because 1, he hasn't had a full season, and 2, my expectation is just to be a giant quarterback. You know what I mean? Pull through when you need to pull through. Let the defense do their job, right? Let the coaches do their job, right? And then I'm happy. That's how I see it. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense there.
Yeah, I guess.
A lot of sense. Justin Riley says Devontae has played 4 productive years versus Chase, who just played 1 year.
Yeah, but Chase is about 195 pounds, and Devontae is 160 pounds ripping wet.
Tony, any thoughts on that?
Nope, I don't have no clue.
Okay. Let's go on to number 9, Denver Broncos. Byron says J.C. Horn from South Carolina goes there. He is a cornerback. Byron, what is your explanation?
He's the second best corner in the draft. And I can see him, being a good fit with the Broncos, defensive coaches they have, and him doing a good job there. He's also Joe Horn's son that used to play for the New Orleans Saints. So
Yeah,
he'll be a fit with them.
Shane, thoughts?
there was a story out today. He came out and said he's better than Surtain. He's the best corner.
Oh,
So he likes to run the mouth already.
Come on, man. We're defensive backs. We got to play against diva receivers. We got to talk smack. I mean, that's the bottom line, man. Deion Sanders wasn't shy.
Deion Sanders ran a 4.240 and you could back up everything he said.
But he backed it up. He didn't like to tackle, but he backed it up.
No,
that's the bottom line.
He didn't want to tackle. There's a difference.
But that's
okay. Says size does not matter.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about his ladies, but we could go on from there. But anyways,
number 10.
Who's the quarterback by the Broncos right
now? Drew Lock.
Drew Lock.
The kid from Missouri.
Which is highly critical.
Drew Lock, that's right. See, I see them taking a Trey Lance.
Or a Mac Jones.
Or Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Or Mac Jones. Elway's a quarterback guy. I see them taking a quarterback.
Well, Elway is no longer GM there.
Oh, he's not the president? He was the president, too.
Yeah, he fired himself.
Correct.
Oh, he did? He did a Magic Johnson?
Yeah, he fired himself.
He hasn't gotten a quarterback right in his whole tenure there.
He got Elway. He got, what's his name? Elway, didn't he?
No, Elway was before. Elway. We're talking about Elway.
No, I'm Peyton. I'm talking about Manning. Peyton Manning.
Oh, that don't count.
Yeah, I'm talking drafting.
Oh, yeah. But he's been there long enough to draft. All right, well, yeah, that's how I see it. I would think they would take Trey Lance over just me. But Cowboys.
All right, so Dallas Cowboys, Byron mentioned earlier, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I did this for the Cowboy fans so their heads would explode. That Jerry Jones lost his mind, went in there and, got the pick and ran up there. Kyle Pitts is there. Take him. I can see him doing that. If that kid is sitting there, which he's not, they're going to take him.
Victor, your thoughts? Oh, no.
He loves tight ends. Look at Jason Witten. I mean, he loves his tight ends, Jerry Jones,
Yeah, but this kid, he's not a Jason Witten. He's a completely different breed than Jason Witten.
Yeah, I get you, but I don't think Pitts will be down at 10, just my opinion.
No, he's not going to drop that way. I just did that for Cowboy fans' heads explode.
Which, Byron, I do see a lot of Kyle Pitts to Miami a lot. I see those.
I don't want Pitts to be playing. I don't want him playing in the NFC East. Unless he's playing for the Giants.
And Kyle Pitts is a hybrid. He could play tight end or wide receiver.
He's the new type of tight end.
Yeah, but you got
Shane.
Totally agree. I don't want to face him twice a year though.
No, neither do I.
Because you figure if the Cowboys pick him up, they got what? Amari Cooper. They got what was the other? CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb.
And another one. They got 3 good receivers. They would have 3, and then you're going to add this kid too. It could be ugly. They might have a lot of game, 55-45, but because they're not going to. But you're not going to stop them offensively at all.
All right, let's go to number 11. We talked about this already. New York Giants get Rashawn Slater. Any final words on that?
Build from the front, so this guy, so Daniel can succeed. Pick this guy, like Shane said, put him at guard, and he'll be there for the next 10 years. He'll be like Quentin Nelson that we should have got 3 years ago. I
like this guy. I think they always say built inside out.
And they're gonna have a tough decision there because you still got Waddle on the board there. So you got Waddle or Slade. And most of the fans are going to go, I want Waddle, because that's what everybody's talking about. And I have no problem with Waddle because but we need an instant starter. Does Waddle start from day one with our, because we have Galladay, we got Shepard, and we got Slayton out there. So Waddle will come in. They play 4 wide receivers all the time. And I see him taking over because I don't see Shepard being there next year. So I think it would still be a great pick, but the safer pick is your pick, Byron.
Well, I think that, but I'm telling you that based on what I read about Gettleman and the way he stated, I mean, if you get a chance to Giant News, you see Gettleman, 11th pick has to be prominent, has to be long-term, And then I find out about the lineman stats, right, of their resigning. I to me, this is Gettleman written all over it. I mean, I don't care if Waddle's there. I just don't see it. Like I said, the only people that I would take that would change my mind is Surtain or Kyle Pitts. That's it. Those only two. Ain't nobody else I would really care about. Okay, but I'm just saying to you, it's again, as you read things change. You may be right. I can't. Do you see Waddle? Think about it. Look at the receivers that we did sign. They don't stay long. Receivers, that came out for a reason. He's looking for a long-term player.
But if you take this kid, you're going to get 4 years out of him, and you're going to get the 5th year. You're going to get at least 5 out of him. The rookie deal, whatever his deal is now. So you're going to get 5 years out of him. But what do? You take Slater or you take Waddle?
And Gettleman will be gone in 5 years. So.
Yeah, pretty much he will be gone.
Okay. We spoke about Waddle. Byron has him going to the Philadelphia Eagles at the 12th pick. Not bad. Jalen Hurts and Waddle.
Killing me, bro. You keep sending these great guys to the teams I don't want them to play for.
Not my fault. I want Waddle to come there because maybe Justin will hook us up with some, the Alabama. I could be the kid's bodyguard, here, because I am retired, the sheriff's department and stuff. And I'll be the kid's bodyguard if he comes to Philadelphia. I'll do it for free. Just hang around with him or whatever.
By the way, a shout out to Justin Riley and Constant. They have a show called The Bama Standard on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Check them out. You see us on the Sportscast or so forth, but they got some good people there. But I just don't like playing against anybody that's that good.
And he is that good.
Okay, so we got the top 12. Byron, due to time, you want to go over any lower picks you want to emphasize?
Any surprises?
Any surprises? Yeah.
I have number 15. I got my man from the University of Tulsa, Xavier Collins, going to the Patriots. He's a jack of all trades. He can play inside backer. He can play outside. He can be edge rusher. He's 6'4", 260-pound linebacker from the University of Tulsa. Go Golden Hurricane.
Where do you have Mac Jones going?
I have Mac Jones going to the Bears, number 20.
Wow.
Poor guy.
Then I got Steelers. Well, might as well go Alabama crazy. They got the Steelers taking Najee Harris, running back.
I've heard that a while. Yeah. That's going to happen, I think.
My surprise pick I have for the Chiefs taking the kid that was hurt, Landon Dickerson, off in the guard, because he's a guard center. He can play all along the line. I can see them redshirting. If he's still hurt, redshirt him kind of sort of for the year, and you'll have a guy for the next 10 years. And I got another Alabama guy. I'm filling up for Justin. Christian Barmore, defensive tackle, going to the Buccaneers, because you do have Sue is getting up there in the age. You need a defensive tackle to eventually replace him.
5 Alabama picks in the first round. Shane, what are your thoughts over these picks?
Any surprises?
Any surprises, you think?
I think he's done a good job. We'll give him an A+.
No, I'm not gonna give him. I'll give him almost an A. A minus. I'll give him an A-.
I didn't know he was going Waddle to Philadelphia. I think now I might change my pick. I want Waddle. I don't want him going to Philly.
Exactly. He's got Pitts. He got to play against Pitts twice and Waddle twice.
See, the only thing, like with Waddle, I don't want him, to be like a punt returner, because a lot of those guys get hurt returning punts. And that's all they need is to put him back there. He's returning punts or kickoffs or whatever.
Jason Sehorn.
Yeah, there you go. Jason Sehorn, career done.
Corner.
Damn, man, that guy was an awesome corner.
Until he decided he wanted to return kicks.
Yep.
That's where Waddle will help us immediately. I mean, if we sign, he will be returning our kicks, because we've been hurting in the return game for a while. So, he would go in there and be in packages and then eventually move into the starter, and because his speed, he gets behind guys so quick. I mean, in and out of cuts. Just watch his highlight tape. It's crazy.
I bet he doesn't weigh
We haven't had
150 pounds either.
We haven't had a good return person in a long time. And we normally had someone that was pretty decent. Like, it wasn't just like they caught the ball. That's it. But, all right.
Well,
All right, Justin, bring us home.
that is it. Yeah.
Justin Santiago.
Other news in the NFL. NFL eliminates preseason overtime's onside kick changes. NFL owners approved eliminated overtime in preseason games and expanding selection of jersey numbers for receivers, running backs, and defensive backs. Seattle Seahawks re-signed Geno Smith.
Who?
There you go. Geno Smith.
Yeah. I'm sorry. He was from Ohio State, too.
Who?
Made point. Geno Smith.
That's the guy that they sat Eli for.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, my boy Eli.
The greatest Giants quarterback of all time.
Got kicked in the back by Geno Smith.
And finally, 49ers signed defensive tackle Maurice Hurst. I believe he came from the Raiders.
And Wayne Gallman.
So that is it for NFL news. Guys,
Well,
you want to go?
You got to tell Tony who they fired at Seattle.
Who did it fire in Seattle, Tony?
No, didn't you tell me they fired one of the coaches in Seattle?
I don't think so.
No, I got it wrong. My bad. All right. They didn't fire anybody, so don't worry about it.
Anyways, Gary Sinise, who wants to say the script?
Victor?
I can't. I'm in the car.
Whatever, man. I got it. Here. Freedom and security are precious gifts that we as Americans should never take for granted. We must do all we can to extend our hand in times of need to those who willingly sacrifice each day to provide that freedom and security. While we can never do enough to show gratitude to our nation's defenders, we can always do a little more. Gary Sinise, the Gary Sinise Foundation.
That's awesome. Before we go, there is a question from Jeffrey. He asks us, who do you have going to Washington, Byron?
Tevin Jenkins, Oklahoma State, offensive tackle.
Good pick. And we'll have this draft posted on the sportscast.net. So if you guys want to relive it again, Byron has one more week to have this. His I know NFL mock draft.
Santiago, two things. I want to give a shout out to my dad, who I'm on my way to see. He's 86 years old. Nirmo Anthony Orocho goes by Tony Orocho. Was with me in Perth Amboy for a long time. He served the Army 20 years, and he has the Bronze Star. So, the military men, I just always like to give them a shout out. And my dad was a military man. And then the second one is next week, we're going to be doing a live draft party at Il Toscano's here in West Pembroke Pines. So shout out to Il Toscano's. We're going to give out some prizes. It's like a 200 something in West Pembroke Pines. We're going to give out some prizes. We're going to give out some picks. We're going to figure out some of the games we play. So please join us, Shane. We're going to go through our picks. We're going to go different things. We're going to figure out how to do raffles online. So we're gonna have some fun next week, and let's see. We're gonna put Byron's picks right next to somebody else. Santiago is gonna help us in producing, so we're gonna have several people going on, be able to answer some questions, and let's have some fun. So any ideas you guys bring up, please think about it. And if you got anybody that wants to, do a promotional for their company or so forth, just let them know. Can't be free consultation like for an hour every single time.
You gonna have little Victor? You gonna have little Victor back on?
Who's little Victor?
The guy from the restaurant.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Nikki, right? What's his name?
I
Nikki?
don't know. Daisy. That was, yeah. No, I don't know. But who will be on is Andres Gisbert Jr., right?
Ooh.
He who works, right, Byron, remember, Byron, who's the co-host? He works like in sports statistics, Shane. It's like does all the analytics and stuff. He was sharing some stuff. Byron was like, wow, I didn't even know they were doing that.
That's an awesome job.
That's like
Good
artificial intelligence for football. So he'll be on helping us out with the picks. So he's well knowledgeable as well. So I just want to let everybody know we're gonna have some fun next week for the draft. And then after the draft, we're gonna probably be changing our shows to Wednesday night since all our friends bowl.
Their availabilities are better on Wednesdays.
they all bowl. We're all
They're all in bold. You know, all the old Kurt Amway people bowl.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, next Thursday, I'll be there in person with Victor and other guests, and we'll be live tweeting as well who gets picked first. So it should be very exciting. Shane, any closing words?
Nah, just another great show you guys do. I enjoy tuning in every week, and I love talking Giants. So, what else? Talk to two good guys from Amboy about the thing I love, the Giants.
And how can the girls reach you? I guess not. No phone number, no social media. Tony, any closing words? And what's the best way to reach you? He's gone.
He's
All
muted.
right. Well, just Tony, thank you for listening to the show. Your comments are great, and glad you like what you hear from us. We're here to teach about the game as well, right? That's why we bring on different players, different opinions. We have Benny on, who was an NFL. He's been reffing for a long time. Andres with his pieces. We got Byron's played professional. We got Shane's been coaching and playing for a long time, so it's good to hear. One thing I want also, you're going to end it with where they should follow us. But one thing I just want us all to remember, though, as much as we may like or dislike these players, and we go through it, whether it was Jordan or when they're beating the Knicks and so forth, and I just think as I get older, we're still blessed just to watch these players play. Like I said, the quarterbacks that we saw play to the playoffs, I'm glad I was alive watching them. And then the reason I'm bringing us up, because I don't know if you watch it NBA, but Seth Curry is just doing stuff that I've never seen in my life.
MVP.
Before. And all I got to say is to be able to be part of that, watch that during your lifetime. We grew up listening to everybody that was great that we never saw play. Right? To see a young man like that, he's amazing. If you don't watch basketball, watch Golden State. I'm a Heat fan, Knick fan. Watch Golden State. Watch this kid play. I wish Klay Thompson was there because Klay Thompson was there.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Tony, we can hear you clear.
Tony.
Any closing words,
man,
Tony?
I don't know why. I was here, man. Thanks, man. I could hear you guys, but for some reason it muted me out, and you were like, "Oh, Tony's gone." No, I'm not. I'm here. So I figured it out, man. I had to call over again and do *69. Anyhow, I'm here. Fantastic.
*69. *69 still works.
Santiago.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. What's up?
Yeah, I was stationed with him in the military.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're
Thanks
in
for
the
serving.
military,
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
whose dad was that served for 20 years? Bronze medal?
Victor, my
Victor.
dad. Victor's my
Hey,
dad.
man. Love your dad, man.
Thank you. He's a 80 tough old bird, 86 years old, still strong as heck.
Because
Oh,
Wow.
last thing. One more
Years
thing.
more to
Last
go.
thing. Victor.
Yes, sir.
I want to give a shout out to Alex Smith for a great career. He retired after 16 years.
Oh yeah.
He came back after that horrific injury, and ended up being comeback player of the year. And Washington did him dirty by releasing him, whatever. But that's another story. But I'm glad that he's walking away the game on his terms. Alex Smith.
I like that kid. I like him because remember he won the Heisman when he was at Utah. In his first few years, he didn't do well, and then he got resurrected with Harbaugh at San Francisco. So good shout out to Alex Smith.
They want to name the award after him, the Comeback Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
After Alex Smith.
They should.
That's in the works.
They
That'd be a
should.
great honor.
That would be a great honor for a young kid like that, man. God bless him.
Well, anyways, great show tonight. You can reach us at thesportscast.net or on Twitter at thesportscast1, Instagram at thesportscast1 as well. Like Victor says, tune in next Thursday live from Pembroke Pines to listen and to watch the NFL draft. We're going to have fun. We're going to be tweeting things out. We'll be judging these picks, if they were the right picks or not. But like what Victor says, only history can tell. Victor closes out.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining the show, listening, and look, our shows are. You can go on Sportscast on YouTube. You can see any shows from the past, and we just tune in, and we're here to have some fun. Have some fun with our friends and for our listeners, and Giants football, and Jersey in the house. Peace.